Okay, so what we're doing is we're creating our guide through the top. You want to make sure when doing this cut that you're always standing directly either to the back or to the top of the head, pulling the hair straight up from the head. When you come to the side over here, you're going to then direct the hair directly up, lifting it slightly up off the scalp, just to retain the length on the sides here. And then dropping it down. So that way we're creating that movement through the top, and then we're keeping the length through the sides. Okay, pause. Okay, now when you're done creating your guide through the top, what you're going to do is you're going to comb all of that parting back straight into the back of the hair, leaving the front and your lines nice and clean so you're not crossing them over. All pulled through the front. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come through here and we're going to make a 1-inch parting down through the middle. And that's going to be your guide for coming down, and you're going to follow that all the way through each side of the head. Pause. Now when you're coming around to the sides over here, you're going to make sure that you're making your partings shape to the head. So they're going to actually look like a C when you're making it. They're called C-shaped partings. Remembering to pull the hair directly up off the head. And since we are retaining length when we're doing this, we're dropping out the bottom layer. And we're going to allow that just to fall over top of it. Coming around here, you're going to do another C-shaped parting. And you're going to leave about a 1/2 inch out through the bottom of the ear, making sure that that length is not getting cut over there. Pull the hair directly up, and then make sure that you're blending it all the way down. Standing on the opposite side of the head of where you're working is going to ensure that you're bringing it straight off to the head, and you're not bending any of your parts. When you're done that, you're going to come back up here. You're going to take a 1/2 inch of your guide through there. You're going to make another halo parting from the top of the head to the top of the ear, combing all the rest of the hair forward, bringing it all forward towards the face, shaping it all the way around. And then we're going to make another part up here. This is going to be your mohawk section. It's going to come straight up off the head, ensuring that you're standing on the opposite side of the direction that you're working with. The clients have necks, they wobble, so we can move them back and forth, which is awesome. Better than working on a mannequin who spins out of control. So what you're going to do up here is you're going to direct it towards the back, because we're going to retain the length up through the front. We just want to add some movement and texture in through there. Pulling this straight out from the head there, trim that up, drop it down. You're going to have your client bend your head to the direction that you're at. Make another 1-inch parting. You're going to follow that all the way down to the head. When you're getting to the bottom, make sure you're dropping out an inch parting on the bottom. Pause. Alright, so when you're all done following through the parts, you're going to comb your hair back out to the direction that you're going to have it in. And you're going to simply follow the exact same technique that you had. You're going to pull your partings down, make your halo cut, and we're going to texturize. One of the keys to texturizing is never closing your scissors all the way. We don't want to cut the hair completely. We just want to take a few pieces out so we can add some movement through the hair. Pull your part up. Come straight up. You never want to go anything lower than the mid shaft of the hair. So we're going to keep it up through the top because we're just going to break it up a little bit. You're going to come through here. And you're going to stagger your scissors back and forth. Make sure your texturizers are staggered, kind of forming a cityscape through the ends of the hair, ensuring that we're not taking too much out. We are simply just adding some movement to the ends and breaking them up a little bit. Pause. What you can see when we've done after we've texturized is really kind of add some movement all through the interior of Angel's hair. We've took a lot of the weight out over where her part is, and with holding it the way that the part goes and keeping it directly off the head, we've ensured that her bangs stay the same length that they were, just adding some shape and movement to it and really giving it a clean, fresh look. What we're going to do is we're going to prep it with some Daily Tonic by Matrix. This is going to ensure that the porosity through the hair is nice and balanced, so that way when we're blow drying, we're not getting any hot spots and we're getting a good even blow dry. It never dries. It's got an aloe moisture base into it, so it's not going to be real heavy on the hair. And then we're going to take a little bit of the Queen for a Day by Bedhead, do a light spray all the way around. Smells really yummy, makes you a little hungry. Make sure it's insured all the way through the hair. Keeping the bottle held back. You don't want the product to build up on the hair. You want to make sure that you're keeping it far enough back the product's just not sitting in one spot. Tousle it and comb it through, and then we're going to begin to blow dry. One of the great things with these cuts is you're going to blow dry exactly how it falls, so it's really simple for the client to actually repeat the blow dry at home, and they can get the same look. We're going to start in the back. We're going to use the round brush today because we want to add lots of volume in through here. Directing the hair straight up from the head while rolling the round brush is going to ensure that all of this falls nice and loose over the top of the head, and following it all the way through, starting at the bottom, doing 1-inch parts, and just redirecting the hair straight up from the head while we're blow drying. Okay, so what we did when blow drying, keeping everything straight off the head and using the correct product is ensuring that, you know, we have longevity in the movement and the volume through the hair. By using the Queen for a day, what it's going to do is actually plump up each strand. Since her hair is fine, she has a lot of it, so we don't want to weigh it down. She doesn't need a whole ton of help as far as volume at the roots. It's just through the ends they get really flat and heavy. So by using the Queen for a day, that's going to ensure that each strand is plumped up and has the chance to have some mobility to it. When we were blow drying, directing the brush directly straight up from the head is ensuring that the roots are going to dry straight up, and when they fall, you'll keep that volume through there and that movement. And it's going to last a lot longer than, you know, flipping your hair upside down or trying to get it any other way. You almost want to spike the roots per se. That way the length is long enough to weigh it down so it doesn't stay straight up, but gives you that volume and movement. So what we're going to finish off with is the Redken Mess Around number 10. We don't want anything too heavy, but just a little something to piece it out and have a little fun with. You're going to add a little bit into your hands, rub it through, and let the fibers just fall over to the hair. And then you're just going to tousle it through. We'll be able to piece out the hair a little bit, add some movement, give her a little bit of hold. It's a number 10 hold, so it's going to hold a lot longer throughout the day and not weigh the hair down and keep it nice and conditioned. When we blow dry the bangs, we also blow dry the bangs straight out from the head, which ensured them to swoop over with that real nice swoop and not just fall down. And then we have a nice textured layered bob that's growing into the length with some nice angles through the side and some movement all through the interior of the hair. She actually is able to shake her hair just like the girls do in the commercial. Shake it, girl, shake it. So what we'll do is we'll grab the clippers and we're going to finish off just by cleaning up the little baby hairs down on the bottom of the neck. And if you guys have any questions, just grab me after the class and we'll take care of it. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it.